There is a creature on Earth so tough it can survive the crushing vacuum of outer space. It can be boiled, frozen to near absolute zero, and blasted with levels of radiation that would be instantly lethal to any human. This creature isn't some science fiction monster. It's a microscopic animal called a tardigrade. Now, imagine taking that near invincibility and transferring it into a person. This isn't a thought experiment from a comic book. According to a formal alert from the U.S. Director of National Intelligence, a global superpower is actively trying to engineer this reality. They are conducting human tests to build a new kind of soldier, blurring the line between man and machine. The ambition behind this project didn't appear overnight. It's rooted in China's publicly stated goal: to build a world-class military by the year 2049. But this vision goes far beyond simply adding more aircraft carriers or stealth jets to their arsenal. The strategy is to achieve dominance in what their military theorists call intelligentized warfare. This means integrating artificial intelligence, big data, and, most disturbingly, biotechnology directly onto the battlefield. For the People's Liberation Army, biology is no longer just a field of science. It is a new domain of conflict, as critical as land, sea, air, or cyberspace. In late 2020, this quiet ambition was thrust into the global spotlight. Then Director of National Intelligence, John Ratcliffe, made an unprecedented claim. China was conducting human testing on its own soldiers, with the explicit goal of creating fighters with biologically enhanced capabilities. The secret was out. The core of this entire endeavor lies in a revolutionary technology called CRISPR. You can think of CRISPR not as a complex scientific tool, but as a pair of molecular scissors combined with a GPS. It can navigate the 3 billion letter-long map of human DNA, find a very specific genetic sequence, and make a precise cut. Once that cut is made, scientists can either delete a faulty gene or insert a new one with a desired trait. For decades, gene editing was clumsy and unpredictable. But CRISPR made it cheap, fast, and terrifyingly accurate. It's like the difference between trying to edit a single word in a book by reprinting the entire volume versus using a word processor to simply find and replace it. This tool is the key that unlocks the door to biological enhancement. But to build a super soldier, you need more than just the tool. You need a blueprint. That's where the tardigrade comes in. This tiny water bear possesses a unique biological cheat code, a special protein that essentially wraps around its DNA, acting like a microscopic suit of armor. This shield protects its genetic code from being shattered by radiation. Chinese military scientists at the Academy of Military Medical Sciences decided to see if they could steal this code. In a landmark experiment, they used CRISPR to insert the tardigrade's gene into human embryonic stem cells in a lab. The results were staggering. A reported 90% of the edited human cells successfully gained the ability to resist extreme levels of radiation. They had successfully transferred a superpower from one species to another. This single experiment opens a Pandora's box of military applications. We are no longer talking about stronger body armor or faster jets. We are talking about changing the soldier himself. A soldier with tardigrade DNA could potentially operate in a nuclear fallout zone, securing territory while enemy forces are forced to retreat or perish from radiation sickness. This fundamentally alters the calculus of nuclear deterrence. The applications go far beyond radiation. Imagine soldiers engineered to feel no pain, allowing them to continue fighting through injuries that would incapacitate a normal person. Or pilots whose genes are edited to resist the extreme G-forces of high-speed aerial combat, preventing blackouts. Or special forces operating in Arctic conditions, their bodies biologically enhanced to withstand freezing temperatures. This isn't just about making a better soldier. It's about creating a warrior who can survive and dominate in environments previously considered completely uninhabitable. The battlefield of the future might not be won by the side with the most advanced drones, but by the side whose soldiers are no longer fully human. However, this dystopian future is not yet a certainty. There are immense hurdles, both scientific and ethical, standing in the way. The science of gene editing, while powerful, is still in its infancy. Editing a handful of cells in a petri dish is one thing. Safely and permanently altering the genetics of a fully grown adult soldier across trillions of cells is a challenge of staggering complexity. The risk of unintended consequences, like triggering aggressive cancers or causing catastrophic immune reactions, is enormous. We simply do not know the long-term effects of rewriting our own source code. Beyond the technical challenges lies a profound ethical abyss. Where do we draw the line? If a soldier is genetically modified by the state, do they still have full autonomy? What happens to these enhanced individuals after their service ends? This path leads us toward a two-tiered society, one of baseline humans and another of state-engineered posthumans. It's a moral Rubicon that, once crossed, may be impossible to uncross. The quest for the super soldier has officially left the pages of science fiction and entered the laboratories of military science. China's program, whether it ultimately succeeds or fails, has fired the starting gun on a new kind of arms race, one that is fought not with steel, but with our own DNA. The ultimate question is no longer if we can create biologically enhanced humans, but if we should. As we stand on this precipice, we must decide if we are prepared for a future where wars are won not by superior strategy, but by superior biology. If you found this exploration into the future of warfare compelling, subscribe for more deep dives into the technologies that are quietly reshaping our world. Thanks for watching.